Morning, Unity. Good morning, everybody joining us online as we come together this morning to send out our love, our light to this world. Sometimes it needs an extra boost, doesn't it?
Sending you light. to hold you in love.
We are all sending you light. Thank you. It's so good to see your beautiful faces. So if you will join me, we'll say a blessing for the kids. Just repeat after me. We love you.
We love you.
We bless you. And we behold the divine spark within you. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you, Alice, and thank you, beautiful children, for gracing us on this morning. We are so grateful for all of you. Good morning, beloved ones. It's so wonderful to see you all here today in the changing times and the changing seasons. We're going to open our service today by inviting Susan to come up and light our candle.
Good morning. My focus this morning is peace, and we certainly need that in our world today. And I would share a simple prayer with you, and perhaps you'd like to repeat after me as I say the phrases. May all beings find their way to peace. Altogether, may all beings find their way to peace.
Thank you, Susan. We want to reach out and offer a special welcome to any new folks we may have here today. And if you are here for the first time, please make sure you get one of these lovely welcome packets. And here you'll find a name tag that you could put on, because we'd love to talk to you and meet with you in the fellowship hall, where you'll find a lovely little table with a sunflower motif. And that's where we look to find you. So thank you all for coming. And now let's join together in prayer. Divine Spirit, the changing seasons remind us of your eternal love and providence. The changing colors remind us that nothing is ever lost, only transformed into something new. We rejoice, O Lord, in the bounty of your goodness and the harvest of your grace, remembering always from Ecclesiastes, to everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heavens, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. May the joy and blessings of our time together today reach out into the world with healing love and peace, blessing each and every being. And so it is. Amen. And now I believe we have Donovan to... That must be Donovan.
Thank you, Laura. When I heard that, I was thinking Bad to the Bone, and Laura said it was something else, but I like that. Anyway. Was it a striptease song? Is that? So we will strip away everything that gets in the way of love. How about that? Saved that one, huh? Hi, welcome. Good morning, and to you, everyone here in the congregation. And I'm Donovan, and for some reason they keep letting me do this. Welcome to you, and welcome to everyone watching on our live stream. I have the announcements for today. Alrighty, let's see. Please be sure that your cell phones are on silent mode so they don't ring during the service. So if you're not sure, you can mute your phone or turn it off. The September bulletin is posted. Be sure to check out our website at unityofthevalley.org. Lots of stuff on there. You can find out our schedule and all kinds of good things. Let's see. Prayer requests. If you're in need of prayer for yourself, a loved one, or a friend, you can place a prayer card on our prayer tree. And if you don't have a card, there are some in the baskets at both entrances. Or if you want to raise your hand, one of our ushers will bring you one. So if you want to fill one of those out and put it on our tree. If you're not here to do that, you can communicate with Julia, and her number's on the screen if you want to call her. Today, join us for salad in the fellowship hall after the service. We have a few more Sundays left for salads, so if you can bring one, please sign up in the fellowship hall, and we'll start serving soup in October, unlike in this colder weather. Today also, 12:15 to 1:15 p.m., Unity's Environmental Action Team meets in the garden room, and everyone is invited. Also today from 6:30 to 8 p.m., Befriending Death, a Zoom class facilitated by Reverend Dick Everts and Annie Sinclair, and that's going to run September 14th through November 9th. Pre-register at that email address right there. If you want to write that down or memorize it, that's to register for the class. Let's see, Monday, 5:30 to 7 p.m., Caring from the Heart, an LGBTQIA++ support group, and they meet in the gardening room. Tuesday, 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m., Unity Hangout with Sean and Alice. Coffee provided, bring yourself, a friend, a snack, and come and hang out. And I talked to Sean, and he said they've been getting some people showing up, and they've been having a lot of fun. So, two wonderful people to hang out with, and whoever else shows up. So check that out if you haven't yet. Tuesday, let's see, what do we got? 7 p.m., Open Men's Circle in the upstairs Fillmore Wing is also on Tuesday. And Tuesday, 7 p.m., the Behind the Lens seminar movie is The Burmese Harp. I usually talk to Tom ahead of time, but this sounded like a really beautiful movie. It's actually from the Japanese perspective after World War II, and I think it won some big awards. Anyway, I think it's a really moving film if you want to check that out on Tuesday. It's followed by a Q&A section with Tom Blank, and it's $30 for the series. That's 12 movies, or $5 each. Okay, a little bit more. Wednesday, October 15th through November 12th, 6:30 to 8 p.m., Living Unity Principles with John West. This is our introductory course for newcomers and those who would like to go deeper than we do on a Sunday. Sign up in the fellowship hall, and if you're new, there's some tables right out in the fellowship hall along the north wall that have forms, and you can fill those out. And congregants who attend this class will be eligible for voting membership in our spiritual community. Volunteers are needed for the Halloween party with Unity, the celebration fundraiser on Friday, October 31st. Please sign up in the fellowship hall if you want to help. It's a very fun event. We had fun last year, and it takes a village, so come and bring your costume and have some fun. And now Laura can tell you who our guest speaker is and what else is going on next Sunday.
Next Sunday is such a special day. Please consider bringing friends and family to our service. We have internationally acclaimed artist Daniel Nahmad, who is speaking. He's a wonderful, down-to-earth, endearing speaker who will just fascinate you and delight you, and his music is fabulous. And like our kiddos get to sing the opening song with Daniel Nahmad. It's just going to be such a special service. And following the service, right after we eat at 12:30, we're going to have a concert too. And suggested donation is $15, but we don't let that stop you. If you don't have the money, go ahead and come on in. We're not going to turn anyone away. And if you have extra money you want to donate for someone else to get a ticket, go for it. We should pack the house. This guy is fabulous. I guarantee you're going to love it. So please join us then. And now we're going to rise. And with all the strife and fear and conflict in the world, we have an opportunity to shape our world with our love, not to focus on the fear, but to focus on what we want to create. And this is a song that John wrote that's just about that, called Shape Our World. So please rise.
is changing the world from space. God gave us this gift, maybe we can make it a better place. Shape the world with our love, with our love. Shape the world with our love, and our cup will run over. Shape the world with our love, with our love. Shape the world with our love, and our cup will run over. Oh, this modern age, competition, opposition's all the rage. Why not live in peace? Here's a simple way we can turn the page. Shape the world with our love, with our love. Shape the world with our love, and our cup will run over. Shape the world with our love, with our love. Shape the world with our love, and our cup will run over. Hey, human race, I can see a part of me in every face. God gave us this world, each of us can make it a better place. Shape the world with our love, with our love. Shape the world with our love, and our cup will run over. Shape the world with our love, with our love. Shape the world with our love, and our cup will run over. Shape the
Yeah, thank you.
Good morning. Now is the time for our meditation, and I'm focusing today because so many people feel so hindered by what we can do in love, and I think the first thing I can do is to remember who I am and remember that I come from love and that I live the life of love, divine love, which is always with me, always moving through me, always expressing as love. And sometimes that's all we can do, and that's quite a lot. So if you'd like to close your eyes, I'm going to read a little something from Ernest Holmes. If I honor myself alone, not realizing that I am one with the divine presence, then I shall quickly exhaust the small portion of good that I as a human being can have at any moment. But if I honor the presence of God in me, of God around and through me, of God in and through everything, then I am indeed honoring the presence of God. For one Spirit is over all, in all, and through all, and one presence in all. There can be no separation from this presence, no apartness, no division. It is one, complete and total, equally distributed and everywhere available. To feel this presence in things, in people, and in human events, and to sense that it is all-inclusive, is to honor God and to provide in one's own self a place where the divine can go forth anew into creation. Today, I am honoring the presence of God. I feel God's beauty in the rose-tinted dawn and in the glow of the evening sunset. In the flower, I find the loveliness of God's beauty. In the mountains, I see God's strength. In the quiet of evening time, I feel God's presence. And throughout the night, I know that this presence blankets me. Therefore, I sleep in peace, and I wake in joy, and live in a consciousness of good. Seeing God in others, I enter into companionship with the divine in all people, in the outstretched hand, in the smile of recognition, and in the warm embrace of friends. I feel the one presence, the one power, and the one life. And so I give thanks with a song in my heart and with a joy unspeakable. I give thanks to this presence. May I evermore embrace and be embraced by the love, the beauty, and the goodness of God. And so it is. Amen.
Resting in our meditative state. This is a song full of affirmations, and if they fit you, then I urge you to embrace them and maybe even repeat them as we share. There's a dream waiting for us where everything's all that we touch turns into gold. Open hearts listening within, quiet mind suspending disbelief. Energy made manifest begins to flow. I say yes, this is for me, releasing doubts and fears that interfere. It is time, the moment is now, I hear the call. I seek partnership with God, Spirit working through my hands. Inspired gifts manifest, blessings for all. I'm stepping into flow. Stepping into flow.
I see doors opening for me, all resources coming to my aid, as I do the higher work that's on my heart, letting go of all limitations frees me now, and I surge ahead, integrated with the whole. I do my part. I'm stepping into flow, stepping into flow. I'm stepping into flow.
I just love how our music program just keeps expanding, and so here we have Kane, who is joining us, so thank you, Kane. And is that an original song?
Kane's original.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? So,
You made him blush.
well, for our topic today, I ask the universe, ask Spirit to give me some lessons in sailing, because I've only been out on a sailboat one time out in Fern Ridge. So I was really looking for opportunities to step into the flow. And it started with Robin Erickson, who is on our music team as a violinist. And she is a professional sailing instructor. And so we didn't actually get out on the water. I just sat with her for a couple hours, and she gave me a verbal lesson in sailing, which was just a wonderful opportunity to see that picture of what people who get out on the boat are experiencing in their accumulated knowledge. And for her, I asked her, why do you sail? Why did you go to all this trouble to learn that? And she said, it's this sense of being that she has out on the water, out in those elements. And the lessons in flow just kept coming that week, and so thank you, Spirit, because the next one was that Donna's and my main wastewater pipe under our house blocked up. And so I got an opportunity to borrow this, what they call a snake, or an auger, which is this long wire you put into the pipes, and it just sort of twists, and you got to watch your hands because it can take a finger off. So anyway, thank you, Spirit, for that 5-hour opportunity to wrestle with the flow underneath our house. And then the opportunities to step in the flow continued, because the next thing was Paul was over here, I think, wrapping up after movie night, because he runs the sound, and he said, John, there's flooding in the church. So again, I said, thank you, Spirit, for this opportunity, and came over here, and there was just this massive puddle in the back, in the Fillmore wing, the back door there. And what happens is, because that part of the building is underground, if the outdoor drain gets stopped up, just this hole in the ground, then the water has nowhere to go except through under the door. And so, when I saw that, just this, it looked to me like several inches deep of water, I remembered my own mopping experience and how long it takes to mop up that kind of water. So I had I was in the flow, and Spirit told me, go get your leaf blower. So I went home, got my leaf blower, and I'm blowing the water out the door. And literally, it was my 10 Commandments experience of parting the Red Sea. The waves that flowed out were just so inspiring. And I didn't want Paul in that area. It was the ground was all wet, and I didn't want him to slip and fall. But he insisted, and he stood in the entranceway to the Fillmore wing with a mop to help guide the water. And actually, it was really helpful that he was there. And it turns out that Paul and I had a bonding experience over the water. And I didn't know that he had a lot of mopping experience from his youth. And it was from being a mopper that he earned the money to buy his first saxophone. So, aren't you just getting chills from these waves that I've touched the depths of flow this week? So, and this is all connected to this idea that we often talk in our culture and around the world, this idea of there's human fate and there's human destiny. And one way that, kind of a famous way that people often describe whether or not we are in the flow of destiny or if we're kind of following this fated path is this famous picture. We have my plan on top, and we have God's plan on the bottom. Can anybody relate to this? Obviously, the child who drew this was a genius. But there's another approach that I want us to think about in terms of fate and destiny. And, you know, as I was growing up, the way I heard fate is it's like, oh, the fate of the mariners, the fate of the, you know, it was always sort of like depressing, whatever that fate was. And so I looked this up, and it's actually, there's this notion that it's this higher power which is going to deliver this negative fate to you. But, you know, in Unity, we certainly don't teach that this divine power is going to force you to experience something negative. So, really, what we teach is that we have these ingrained, deeply ingrained thought patterns that produce results. And if you don't change those patterns, you are sort of locking yourself into a certain pathway. Now, we all have seen the famous treks of the penguins who don't have too much opportunity to step too much out of their ingrained path, their ingrained fate. But perhaps you can relate to, have you ever just sort of seen patterns in your life that keep reappearing? And another way to think of this is the patterns that we see in this world, the patterns of opposition and competition and reactive, sometimes in violent ways, the way we react to each other. And these patterns, where do they come from? Is there a higher power that's pushing us towards that fate? And I think we can see that these are deeply ingrained patterns in our consciousness. And we've seen throughout history that people can find this way to step outside of those patterns. And destiny is a way of describing what happens when we begin to say, instead of following the old ingrained physical patterns that have been set forth in this material world, I am going to set sail into this higher power, whatever we call it, God, Spirit, this energy that is always flowing beneath the surface. But you see how our consciousness shapes that energy. You know, when we were singing that sing-along, Shape the World, we often do that unconsciously. So this is this idea of destiny being something where you consciously step into shaping your world from this deeper level, this knowing that we don't have to follow those old patterns. I just want to glance at this quote from the Bhagavad Gita. That devotee whose awareness is detached from externals, from that physical patterns of thought and reactivity, that person who is detached from externals, who is content in capital S, self-knowledge, that's spiritual knowledge, and abides in divine union, connection with our source, knows changeless bliss. You know, I know how difficult it is to really believe deep down in our heart and wake up every morning with this ideal in mind, because we are just so captivated by what's going on in the external world, aren't we? And so what happens is we so often add to the stress within us by our worries and our doubts and our fears about what's going on. And it's sometimes annoying when people are trying to tell us this spiritual lesson, oh, don't worry about it. Because sometimes we feel like that's a cop-out. Don't worry about that sound that's coming out. Yeah, don't worry, yeah. And so we have this patterns of worry because we are not detached from the externals. And there is this long-standing struggle of spiritual teachers trying to get us to shift our awareness to another way of being where we are not attached to externals. And here's a similar quote. We just saw the Bhagavad Gita, so let's look at this quote from Jesus, where he says, "Who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to his life, his or her life? So if you cannot do such a small thing as change a single hour with your worrying, why do you worry about the rest? Consider how the lilies grow. They do not labor or spin, yet I tell you, not even Solomon in all his glory was adorned like one of these. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow, how much more will he clothe you?" And when I was growing up, I didn't have a clue what the Bible might offer me. But I remember my dad, he had studied a bit in the seminary and was thinking about becoming a minister. And then together, he and my mom, not my wife, my mom, hope that wasn't some kind of weird Freudian slip, they decided that they didn't believe in the God that they had been taught about. This God which is up there deciding and judging and maybe dooming certain people to their fate, because that's what it seemed like a God. If there's a God, that God must be in charge. And so if somebody meets their fate, well, that's God's fault. And they just looked at the world and said, we don't want to believe in a God that is deciding all these fates. But in unity, we understand, you know, we are part of that power. And so we on this earth are actually shaping this earth, aren't we? We are shaping it through our choices, largely not conscious of there being a higher power, a higher consciousness, which Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore called super consciousness, that we are part of a super consciousness and that we can learn to sail with it. So you might be wondering, well, you know, what did I learn in my sailing lessons? And one of the things that Robin said is, well, they're often taught that there are three main lessons, three main ways to become a sailor. 3 important things to do to learn how to sail. And the first one is time on the water. And the second one is time on the water. And I bet you can guess what the third one is. What is it? Time on the water. So in spiritual terms, think about what that means. This is our monthly bulletin of all the things going on here. Well, all the things here are like offering you time on the water. Time to reflect on your connection with your source. And the thing that Robin instilled in me was this notion that if you don't know what you're doing when you're sailing, you are just subject to the wind and the actions of the water and the boat. You don't really know how to connect the boat with the elements, and it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a struggle. And maybe that's why we struggle with life. I for some odd reason, I brought my little thing of pills. This is my little container of vitamins and things that I take. And I know that so many of us kind of feel like sailing through life means holding it together physically. So what do I have in here? I have my vitamin D3. And vitamin D3. And I have some cumin, to reduce your, is that what it's called? Cumin? Curcumin, to reduce inflammation. And I have my baby aspirin that I take that's supposed to thin your blood a little bit. I have some genetic tendency towards high cholesterol. And the only real medication I take is an injection twice a month that lowers my cholesterol. And, I know that so many of us, we've got our bundle, right, that we go through. And the point is that this is not the kind of sailing lessons I'm talking about. Yes, we have to learn how to navigate in this physical world, but that's really walking on land. And the thing is that when you finally realize that what this is really about, what we're really doing here, is not just learning how to hold things together in the physical world. We're learning how to be connected to the source of all things. And once we do that, well, what did Jesus say? He had this wonderful quote. He said, "Seek ye first the kingdom, and all else will be added unto you." And suddenly all these things become just secondary thoughts, and you don't worry about them anymore. We still hold in our heart the knowing that there are people in pain, and there are people going through great struggles, but we also always know that every one of them is truly, whether they know it or not, sailing on the eternal waters of spirit, and they will find home. And so let us just consider these 3 powerful ideas, which I've written out more completely in your handout, which you can take home, but don't look at them. Let's just look at these questions, because they elude the billions of people on this planet who are so focused in their concerns about holding it together on the physical plane, and therefore they live a life of fate rather than destiny. And by destiny, I mean that beautiful unfolding into the vastness of spirit, guiding you to this never-ending sense of bliss, of joy, of inner guidance, and that connection, that oneness with all life. And so, the 3 keys to discovering our destiny. Number 1, the essence of our earthly life is, well, it's not this. The essence of our earthly life is that we are on a sailing experience, learning how to sail, whether we are conscious of it or not. But boy, it sure makes a difference when we when we go down to number 2. We advance most quickly by knowing we are taking sailing lessons in spirit every day. Every day is our lesson in learning how to live more aware of our connection with that infinite power. And the ultimate lesson we are here to learn, the ultimate lesson we're here to learn is, I'm not just going to give you that. You know, it's been woven in everything I've said, and it's woven into your handout. Just go in with now to your inner knowing, because that answer is in every heart. Take a moment to close your eyes and notice how Spirit speaks in various languages. And just ask yourself, the ultimate lesson I am here to learn is, and you fill in the blank. As part of your sailing lesson today, you fill in the blank, because your soul knows why you're here. And it's not just to take your pills and your vitamins and to hold your body together and to hold your household and your income together. All those things, yes, they should ideally flow easily, because you are attuned to the infinite wind of Spirit. And yes, you can live this way day by day as you receive your sailing lessons in life with gratitude, with an open heart, with that open, adventurous spirit. Let it flow. Let it flow. Thank you, Spirit. And we're just going to flow into our next song. We're going to flow into our next song and do our affirmation and for the offering after the song. Yay!
A child came out to wander, caught a dragonfly inside a jar. Fearful when the sky was full of thunder, and tearful at the falling of a star. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. Then the child moved 10 times o'er the seasons, skated over 10 clear frozen streams. Words like when you're older must appease him, and promises of someday make his dreams. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came. circle game. 16 springs and 16 summers gone now. Cartwheels turn to car wheels through the town, and they tell him, take your time, it won't be long now, till you drag your feet to slow circles down. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game.
That was awesome. So this is a time we can prepare our gifts, and if you are a member of our Simple Giving program, we have these cards so you can join in the giving process and just be part of this community of giving in whatever way works for you. We just know that the work of Spirit is sailing through each heart and mind here, and we are just so blessed by each of you. So let's affirm together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I trust God. Through me, bless the world through me. I am your inspiration. instrument. Bless the world through me. Hey, Donovan, you want to come up here and join me? Bless the world through me.
All the love inside of me.
Bless the world through me.
Here and now I set it free.
I am your instrument.
To shine on everything I see.
Bless the world through me. Oh, I'm waking up to something greater than I've ever known. And we make a difference as we join our hands and hearts, creating unity. It's what this world needs. Bless the world through me.
All the love inside of me.
Ooh, bless the world through me.
Here and now I set it free.
I am your instrument.
To shine on everything I see.
Bless the world through me. Let's just breathe in our gratitude for all the gifts of Spirit, all the gifts that people have brought here to create this community, this incredible community of Spirit. And each one of you is part of that light that's shining. And so let's just feel that light now shining together as one, like the light of 10,000 suns, blessing this world.
And so we hold that thought as we go forth this week, trusting in Spirit to meet and exceed our needs, and that these beautiful gifts will indeed bless the world, not just this community, but well beyond. And for that we are grateful, and so it is. Amen. Thank you, Annie. We have wonderful chaplains with us this morning, and they will be happy to pray with you on this side of the sanctuary. And we do want to thank all the people who made this beautiful service possible. Our music team, all our volunteers, our wonderful staff. And particularly I wanted to call attention to our youth ed department, which is thriving. So bring your kiddos and let us grow that beautiful ministry, because we have wonderful volunteers who are dedicated under the wonderful leadership of Alice Sparks. So with that, let us stand and sing our closing song.